Here's the scenario. You are in a Spanish-speaking country and your best friend is missing. Oh no! And what's almost as bad or worse, depending on the friend, is that you also lost your phone. That means you can't rely on pictures to describe them when you go around asking if anyone's seen them. Ma'am, how would you describe what your friend looks like? One marker of a confident speaker in any language is the ability to give vivid descriptions. Beginner Spanish students often stick to very simple sentences with the most basic nouns and verbs that can get their point across, and that's more than okay at first. But when you want to tell better stories and connect with native speakers on a deeper level and be more colorful with your speech, knowing descriptive words is absolutely crucial. By the end of this lesson, you'll know how to physically describe how people look. Let's jump into it. Whether you're chatting with friends or playing a heated game of charades or filling out your dating profile, knowing some essential descriptive words can really help you paint a clear picture of whatever you're referencing in people's minds. In this lesson, we will cover the 5 need-to-knows to describe anyone. Number 1, verbs to know. Number 2, gender and age. Number 3, body shape and height. Number 4, hair, skin, and facial features, including distinctive features like wrinkles and tattoos. And number 5, how to describe your own appearance. But wait, before we get started, there is one super important rule that you'll need to keep in mind throughout this entire lesson. All Spanish adjectives must coincide in gender and number. If you can remember that, you've already won half the battle. If it gives you trouble, no worries. Practice makes perfect. Now, let's dive into it. Number 1, verbs to know. In Spanish, the 2 main verbs are ser and tener. Side note, there's a good chance you already know that we use 2 verbs to express to be in Spanish, ser and estar. But don't forget that they are used for different contexts. If you need a quick review on the difference between these 2 words, check out our video on 5 common mistakes beginner Spanish students make, which has a whole section on ser versus estar. Once you do that, it will make a lot of sense why we commonly use the verb ser with physical descriptions, because ser most commonly refers to essential characteristics. The other verb we'll be looking at here is tener, means to have. In English, we describe people by talking about what kind of person they are and what traits they have, like she is blonde or he has brown eyes. And it's the same in Spanish with ser and tener. Let's briefly go over the conjugations of ser and tener so you'll be ready to use these terms in a wide variety of conversations. For ser, the conjugations are yo soy, tú eres, él or ella es, nosotros somos, ustedes son, and ellos son. For tener, the conjugations will be yo tengo, tú tienes, él o ella tiene, nosotros tenemos, ustedes tienen, and ellos tienen. So, now that you know the proper conjugations to use with ser and tener, you're ready to learn some common questions you or others might ask about someone's physical appearance. If you'd like a review on Spanish question words and how to use them, check out our video on interrogative pronouns. Starting off with the basics, you can ask, ¿Puedes describirlo para mí? This means, can you describe him or her for me? 2 more broad questions that can apply across a wide range of contexts are ¿Cómo es él o ella? Which means how is he or she? And ¿Cómo se veían? Which means how do they look? Suppose your friend is telling you about a person who's caught their eye, and you can't quite get a picture of the person in your mind, so you want an example to compare them to. You can ask, ¿A quién se parece? Who does he or she look like? Maybe instead you want to know what the person's personality was like. You can ask, ¿Cómo era él o ella? What was he or she like? Perhaps you then get curious about the specifics of this person's features. And you might start asking questions like, ¿Cómo es el color de sus? Which means, what is the color of his or her? And you can finish the sentence with asking about their eyes, their hair, or whatever you'd like. However, when asking about hair specifically, a common phrase you'll hear is, ¿Cómo es su cabello? What is their hair like? Now that you've learned these common questions, you'll be prepared to answer or ask about lots of different physical traits. And remember, if you want to learn how to speak Spanish, make sure to check out BaseLang.com, where you can get access to unlimited one-on-one Spanish classes with native-speaking teachers all via Zoom. Now, let's take a look at two of the biggest descriptors we use in everyday life. Number 2, gender and age. Gender and age are two huge descriptors that you'll use very often to talk about yourself or others. In English, we say I am when telling someone your age. For instance, you might say I am 21 years old. But in Spanish, age is actually described using the verb tener. So instead, you'd say yo tengo 21 años. I have 21 years. However, this only applies when you're talking about numerical ages. If you simply want to describe someone as generally old or young, then you will use the verb ser. Now that you know the underlying rules, let's see some common descriptive terms for gender and age in Spanish. Mujer means woman. Hombre means man. Un joven is a young man, and una joven is a young woman. You can see how the masculine and feminine forms have a slight variation here, and this will come up again and again as you'll notice. Un niño is a boy. Una niña is a girl. Un hombre mayor is an older man, and una mujer mayor is an older woman. And finally, if you want to keep it basic and just say that someone is an adult, you can say adulto for the masculine version and adulta for the feminine form. Now that you're well acquainted with these overarching concepts, you'll want to know how to get a bit more specific. Imagine again that you're touring a Spanish-speaking country and you lose one of your traveling companions. You'll want to be able to describe their physical appearance as thoroughly as possible so that the local citizens can help you find them. So let's learn all the terms you'll need to do that. Number 3, body shape and height. Body shape and height are the first descriptors that will help people get an accurate image of your friend in their minds. You might say that they're alto or alta, meaning that they are tall. Alternatively, you might say bajo or baja, which means short. But if your pal is somewhere in between, in that case, you'd be best just using the word mediano or mediana, which means medium. Next, you might want to communicate the body type your friend has. You can say that someone is delgado, thin, gordo, fat, obeso, obese, or musculoso, muscular. Now, remember that all of these words are in the masculine form and can be adjusted to their feminine form if needed. Number 4, hair, skin, facial features, and distinctive features. First up, let's talk about the stuff on top of our heads. Our hair, of course. There sure are a lot of different hair colors and types that people can have, so, of course, there are just as many Spanish words to describe these. If someone has no hair at all, you can describe them as calvo or bald. Cabello corto is short hair. Cabello medio is medium hair. And cabello largo is long hair. That just about covers all the lengths. But what about hair color? Cabello negro describes black hair. Pelirrojo describes red hair. And the words canoso or canosa is used to talk about people who have gray hair. If you see someone who is blonde, then you can say that they have cabello rubio. And cabello teñido is dyed hair. What texture is your own hair? If it's curly, then you can say you have cabello rizado. If it's straight, you can say your cabello is liso. If it's wavy, then you would say ondulado. There are also words for common styles that people might wear their hair in. Cabello con trenzas is how you would describe braided hair, while cabello con rastas refers to dreadlocks. Now, that was a lot of the word cabello. If you can remember that this word means hair, then all you need to study are the adjectives that go along with it. Now that we've covered hair, let's take a look at skin. Going back to our traveling scenario. If you lost track of your friend abroad and needed help finding them, it might be helpful to describe their skin color. Blanco refers to white skin, while moreno refers to skin of brown shades. Piel oscura o negra are two ways of saying black skin or darker skin. Then we have asiático, which translates to Asian in Spanish. If someone was albino, you'd refer to them as albino or albina, depending on their gender. And if your friend was especially pale, you could simply call them pálido. Now that we've covered the broader characteristics that can be used to describe someone, let's focus on the centerpiece of someone's appearance, their face. They say the eyes are the window to the soul. In Spanish, eyes are known as ojos, and so it follows that ojos grandes are big eyes. Ojos pequeños are small eyes. Moving down a bit on the face, nariz is the word for nose. Nariz pequeña means a small nose, while nariz grande refers to big nose. And nariz alargada is what you call a long nose. Keeping on the same trend of calling features big or small, labios grandes and labios pequeños refer to big and small lips. For ears, you'll say orejas grandes or orejas pequeñas. Notice how the adjectives for labios were in masculine form to match this noun, while the adjectives for orejas were feminine for the same reason. All right, so we've covered the main features of the body, hair, and face. Now we'll wrap up by quickly listing out some common distinctive characteristics that didn't quite fit in the previous categories. And if you're enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button. We've got more amazing Spanish lessons for all levels coming up that you definitely won't want to miss. Many people have distinctive features or visible characteristics or markings that you can use to describe them. Let's learn some of the most commonly used words for these. We have tatuajes, which are tattoos. Cicatriz is the word for a scar. Lunares are moles. Pecas are freckles. A marca de nacimiento is a birthmark. A barba is a beard. A bigote is a mustache. And patillas refer to sideburns. Verrugas are warts. And arrugas, on the other hand, are wrinkles. Great job! You've learned a wide vocabulary of descriptive words to choose from. Now, you have a big selection to use when describing other people. But just as important, a skill to hone is explaining your own appearance. How do you go about doing that? That's exactly what we'll cover next. Number 5, how to describe your own appearance. Whether you're describing yourself to a Spanish-speaking romantic interest or simply updating a friend over the phone about how some of your characteristics have changed, knowing how to express your physical appearance is very handy to know in Spanish. And the best part, it's easy. The formula for describing yourself is straightforward and actually translates directly from what you would say in English. The formula is yo plus tengo or soy plus part of the body plus an adjective. It might seem complicated, but once you try it out a few times, you'll find that getting the hang of it is a piece of cake. Let's see some examples. You might say, yo tengo el cabello muy largo y negro. I have very long black hair. Or someone like The Rock might say, yo soy alto y musculoso. I am a tall and muscular man. Perhaps a celebrity like Emma Watson would describe herself by saying, yo soy delgada y mis ojos son marrones. I am thin and my eyes are brown. For a more helpful example sentence for describing your own traits in Spanish, check out the full article linked in the description below. In that comprehensive guide, you'll also find 5 fantastic practice questions that will really help test your skills. You'll also be asked to look at photos and answer questions about the appearances of the people in them. For some extra practice that will get you super comfortable with this material, definitely be sure to check out our article in the description below. Remember, if you want to learn how to speak Spanish, why not schedule your first class with a BaseLang teacher today? At baselang.com, you can get access to unlimited one-on-one Spanish classes with native speaking teachers, all via Zoom. Try your first week for only $1. Now you know how to describe your own appearance in Spanish. How exciting. But what if you want to also describe what's going on the inside? Check out our video on words to talk about emotions in Spanish. You'll be expressing your feelings like a native speaker in no time. That's it for this lesson. Keep on practicing and see you next time.